see if he's there. Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
It's the All-American Prepper. We're having technical difficulties.
We just got a couple minutes till we were scheduled to go live. So we're just going to wait a little bit and see how things work out.
Okay. Is that Adrian?
I don't know. It doesn't say who.
Is that Adrian? Are you on here? Everybody that's watching this video after it's recorded, just skip the first 2 minutes. What time is it?
It's 7:29.
They're working?
Yeah, it's working.
Is it time yet?
We have 1 minute till.
1 minute and we'll be...
We got 2 people.
We're having technical difficulties. Sorry about that. It's my internet. I live in the woods. Yeah, lots of I feel like a deer. What do you think about the flag? Tight quarters. You got action?
Don't know yet.
Somebody say hello so I know we're coming through, please. Somebody say hello so I know we're coming through. All right, you ready to get started?
Yep, it is 7:30.
All right, this is the All-American Prepper.
Hello.
Awesome. I hope we got the other guy. I hope on this one.
I don't know.
It's the All-American Prepper. Got a new addition here. We're proud of this. One of my subscribers sent it to us. I'm here to talk about, it should be obvious by now that there is a food shortage.
Hold on.
Got a question?
No, our is trying to reconnect.
Oh.
Okay, you're good.
Or sorry about that. My internet. I don't know what's going on. I think it's something to do with these solar flares. I'm not sure.
Good. I'm glad y'all can hear us loud and clear.
They can hear now?
Yep.
Awesome. Now, first, they shut down the gas. They shut down the meat. And they want to blame it on Russia. I know who done it. I just can't say. I got confidential information I'm not supposed to talk about. It was an inside job. Who doesn't like fossil fuel? Who doesn't like the meat? The globalists. So we're headed down a bad road. I'm going to start this off. You need to go down and get food. They're putting in fillers at the shelves already. And they're pulling stuff to the front because there's nothing behind it. Just right here in Lakeland. They're doing it at our Walmart here. And every time I go, everything costs more. So I wouldn't invest, and I'm not a financial advisor. And everybody, I had this happen to me. Everybody's got the plans of what they're going to do when things go down. But you need to understand when the grid goes down and you're going to grow a garden, you got to have water. So you need to be close to water. That's another reason. You need to prep food and a way to defend it. That's number one. Your security. And I do work as a bouncer, and I see a lot of crazy stuff, and I meet a lot of interesting people. And getting bad. People are really on edge. Oh, and I'm sure y'all are aware, well, maybe not all of you, of the leaked Fauci papers. Algorithm on YouTube, or they'll flag this. Most of you know what I'm talking about the whole mask thing, and it didn't come from a bat. It was man-made, just like I knew, and I know who was behind it. You know, I've got to be careful how I word stuff. I'm gonna call it the plandemic. Okay, it was the plandemic. That's what that was. To bring in a whole lot of stuff. So you need to get your food as much as you can. You need to stack it to the rafters. And you need to be able to defend it. You need to have sensors on your property so you know when somebody's on your property. Somebody gets near my property, I know. And I got several up. They're 100 yards away. Up. They're 50 yards away. Well, up. They're 20 yards away. Redundancy. One is none, two is one. That way, if one fails, you have others to rely on. And if you don't have no money, just get you some fishing line, run it through some loops, and put some aluminum beer cans on there. Or some wind chimes. You got to have your perimeter secured. That's very important. You got to have a place where you can take on fire. That's important. Because in the combat zone, if my position is already given up, if I even, oh, that looks like a good hiding place, I'm just going to fire into it. You'd be surprised how many times somebody fell out of there. And they're like, wow, how'd you know? I was like, well, I would have been hiding there. It's common sense. It's not so common anymore. We are having a hostile takeover in this country. Now, you can believe what you want. For instance, you know, that kid that shot them people, Kyle Rittenhouse.
I don't remember his last name.
Well, you know, his trial date is on the same day that, what's that dude that did not kill himself?
The island guy?
Yeah. Anyway, the lady that was with him that's on trial, you know that trial's to be held on the same day? What's the odds in that? Well, they got everybody watching this Kyle's thing. They're trying her on the same day. That's because she knows a lot of people. She can bring a lot of people down. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. She did not kill herself.
Oh, Jeffrey Epstein. Thank you.
Epstein, yes. Well, his partner in crime, her court date's the same day that kid, that 17-year-old kid that, in my opinion, stood his ground. Now, opinions vary. And there was a time when people could disagree on certain things and still get along. I hope that we can do that here. We can disagree on certain little things, but we can still get along and say, hey, well, you believe that and I believe this, and that's cool, and move on. But now, you know, I don't know. it seems like if you just say one little thing somebody disagrees with, oh man, they hate you.
And you can't be friends.
I mean, you can't be friends, and Facebook getting everybody to fight against each other. But that's weird, ain't it? You know, the same day both trials are being held. And she can bring a lot of people down. And I suspect, you know, and it's in November, that trial is. And they're holding it then because it's going to be cold to slow down the protesting. Where his trial is going to be. Nobody's going to be protesting her trial.
What do you believe about that situation?
Which Kyle or Epstein? What situation? That's what I need to know. Now, the first thing I'm going to say about the Kyle incident, I work in security. And the best way to...
Kyle.
Yeah, okay. The best way to avoid a fight is to not go and fight. Really, you know, if he was at home, he would not be dealing with all this. And they would be people not wounded and people still alive. It's a terrible situation. I really don't like to see anyone die. Regardless. You know, that's just the nature of things. You know, that's where they're going to get that kid. They're going to say he went there looking for a fight. And he got one. So, I work as a bouncer. I have people come to the clubs just to fight the bouncers. I can't avoid it because that's my job. They could have avoided it by not coming there and messing with me. And I earn my money. And they always regret it. She's seen a few of them go down pretty hard. She's even seen me go down once, but I got right back up.
Oh, yeah, pretty quickly.
I was mad then, and I teed off on that guy. And he went to jail.
He left home for the heat.
Yeah. He should have stayed home. Now, you know, he's going to have a lot of people supporting him and a lot of people after him. I suspect they're going to find him somewhere dead after it's all over with. If he doesn't go to prison, if he goes to prison, they're going to kill him in there. If he don't go to prison, they're going to find him out there somewhere dead where somebody got him. And it's going to be a tragedy because he's young. He's just a kid. Don't go out looking for fights. I'm not going out looking for no fight. But someone comes here, they're going to have one. You can believe that. He should have stayed his ass home. That's my opinion. Now, whether he knowed them people that he was going there to protect, well, that could change things. Now, if I got friends that need protection, I will go protect them.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. Nobody wins out of that.
No one is coming there.
No. Nobody. Oh, coming here? No. It's
there.
It's just a bad situation all the way around. It's sad, really.
It's going there.
It's sad. You know, so I don't know. He'll be lucky if he don't go to prison for the rest of his life. And it'll be a short life because they'll kill him in there. And even out here on the street, you know that kid's scared to death. He was a tough guy that night. But now the reality sets in and he done caught all them charges and all. He's scared. And he's got a lot of regrets. I bet you he wish he would have stayed home that night. I'm sure of that. Now, that's where you need to be ready to defend yourself. When the grid goes down and there's no electricity, no water if you got electric pump, you're going to be in bad shape.
Do you have a crew, a company, or a group?
Yes, I have a very large group. That's a little bit of a problem for me. My group is so large, it's going to take a lot of calories to keep us going. But we're all prepared.
Motorcycle dudes.
Yes, a lot of them. A whole lot. Now, I'm not at liberty to say the name of our club, but we're all over. We're everywhere and nowhere. And most of us are veterans. This seen combat. We live for this stuff, man.
Oh, we have one question. What does the flag mean?
This flag means, this is American flag. So God bless America. And don't tread on me. Don't impeach on my rights. If I just parachuted on this planet, I have a God-given right to defend myself. Even a little chihuahua backed up in the corner, he's going to defend himself. You go kicking on him. So this flag, it means a lot of things to a lot of people. It means different things to other people. To me, it means don't come stepping around my yard or you're going to get bit and you ain't going to like it. I think there's something.
Oh. Preach.
Is that my boy?
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is, man. I'm going to defend her. And I'm going to defend my beans and rice and my water supply. It is what it is. And I have a very large crew. And those guys are serious. That's why when it gets hairy where I work, I just call them up and say, hey, man, I need some help up here. And they show up if they're not already there. Which last weekend, there were a couple of them there just sitting back watching. Because I'm at a rough spot right now. That's why I get paid the big bucks. I bounce at places that nobody else will. I'm really good at what I do. And it really is the only thing I know how to do. I am a security guy. That's I've been doing security one form or another my entire life. It's all I know.
Okay. What your next video looking like?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see what happens. You know, like this here deal in Iran.
We have a couple questions after that.
Okay. The ship got blowed up. They say it, but the ship got blowed up. And then their big oil refinery got blowed up. And what the news ain't telling you, two of their jets went down. Two of their fighter jets went down too. All in the same day. But the mainstream media, oh no, that was electrical fire. I knew they were going to say that. But it was lashback. When you mess around and find out.
Okay. And then about the motorcycle guys, hard cases, roughnecks, solid dudes, I bet.
They are. They're solid, they're hard, and they're good men. We have a rule. Family, work, then the crew. Your family comes first, then your job comes second, then the crew. Because, without a job, you got to pay your dues. You can't pay your club dues. We do have expenses.
Okay. Do you have any of those solar powered water containers?
No, not some on order. I have a lot of solar power security out there that I've been putting up all day.
Oh, yeah.
So when the grid goes down, my security system's still going to work. And I got a lot of it. You ain't coming nowhere near me without me knowing. You can turn the light. You can shut down the. It don't matter. As long as the sun shines, I got power, and I'm good. I'll be the only with lights on, which that could be a problem too. I'll be the only place with lights on around here when they do hit our power grid. Because I'm starting to think this reset is a reality, not just a conspiracy. A year ago, well, actually before the pandemic.
We got one other thing. Question.
Okay, what's the question?
The training classes, how do you reach you for scheduling? How to reach you for scheduling? Probably like, that's Adrian asking.
Yeah, and you don't live that far away from me, so.
You think he could just contact us on Patreon?
Yes. I will give you my number on Patreon.
Yeah, we'll message you on Patreon and give you our email, phone number, all that kind of stuff about that.
And I want to give a shout out to him. You are the man. Thank you for supporting this channel. It's our channel. And I will teach you how to drop the hammers on somebody for just being a Patreon member. So I encourage anyone that's a member of my Patreon, I will train you personally in survival, hand-to-hand combat, whatever it is, foraging, whatever it is that I know, I will teach you.
And then, will the oil go out before the electricity goes out?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. There's going to be oil on the planet. We're just not going to be able to get it. It's going to be a logistics problem. When the grid goes down, how are we going to get anything? For instance, none of the red lights are going to work. Nothing is going to work. And if it's an EMP that shuts us down, any vehicle, it's not going to work. No, we're not going to be able to get nothing. It's going to be bad. And it's going to be a reset. That's why I feel that they are running this country into the ground and breaking us financially. Is because we cannot continue on this course. And they want one world economy, one world government, one world money, and absolute total control over our lives. That's what they want. And I got a feeling that we may have already lost. It's not looking good. They're winning. Another question?
He retracted
it. So, yeah, there'll be oil around. You're just not going to be able to get it. That's going to be the problem. And, again, I love this flag. It means a lot. And you need to stack up food for God's sakes.
Yeah, because the crop failure stuff.
Okay, the crop failure. There is no water. Our whole country is drying up. And then where it's supposed to be kind of dry, they got flooded out. We have lost all our crops this year. That's why the price of food's going up. And it's going to continue to go up. And when everybody realizes what's going on and goes in panic buys, there's going to be nothing. And, me, I'm not hoarding because I've had food put back for a very long time. And I know how to hunt and fish and gather and forage. You got a question?
No, he's just saying there are folks who look for information from you daily, sir.
Well, I do my best to put it out there. Just I do work also. So, I work a lot. Now, I'll be honest with you. I used to get disability for PTSD. That just didn't set good with me. I was like, man, I can't do that. So I work, and now I make too much money, which really ain't that much, to draw the disability. I do not get paid enough for what I do. I promise you that. I mean, at any time I can get killed doing my job. Is there another question?
Yes. Will the solar panels still be useful?
Yes. They should survive an EMP. Now, if you know it's coming, or a solar flare, if you know it's coming, you just got to unhook the batteries from it. That's the big problem. We need a warning system that we don't have, as far as I know, about a solar flares. They need to come on and say, hey, there's solar flares going on. You need to unplug everything. EMP, I believe it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep on. The lights are going to go out. The internet's going to go down. And a lot of people's going to lose their minds when they can't get their phone every 2 minutes and get on it. Trust me, I see how people are with these phones, and
yeah, especially when we're riding the motorcycle, we can see people on their phones constantly driving.
Yeah, when you're riding a motorcycle, you see things that you don't see when you're in a car. And it seems like everybody's on their cell phones driving, trying to kill me. And I get really mad. And I retaliate in my own way, but I'm not going to incriminate myself. But I have knocked a few mirrors off some cars. I will admit to that. On purpose. And there is people saying safe light. Safe light repairs. Safe light replaces. Don't get too close to me. You'll be buying a new window. What's the question?
Not much of a question, but you probably earn double the disability, and you should be a
well, see, here's
leader in Florida prepping.
Well, welcome to the group, brother. Welcome to the group.
It's Adrian.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's part of our group now.
Yes. I thought you meant.
Yeah, Adrian. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're part of our group, brother.
David.
Sewell. What's up, brother? Wow. I'll talk to you. Go ahead and ask me some questions, man, but I can't say a whole lot right now about something, but you should have stayed. That girl was inside eating with us, but that's a whole nother subject. Nevertheless,
Back on topic.
Yeah, back on topic. Got to learn these hands, man. Come visit me where I'm working at. Watch me earn my money. That's a rough place. Leave your gun in the car. Can't be shooting innocent people. See, that's a good thing about a knife in an enclosed environment. If you got to stick somebody, it's not going to go through them and hit an innocent person like a bullet will.
Don't tread on y'all while riding your motorcycle. Agreed.
No, don't do it. My crew, most of those guys are armed. I just carry a roll of quarters and just throw them in the air when somebody gets too close to me. And it just spiders their windshield. And I'm just singing safe light repairs, safe light replaces. Because she's on the back. Don't be getting up on me like that. These people are crazy. They know. They're like, oh, that motorcycle ain't going to hurt me. Well, maybe I got something right here that will.
Dave said, be safe out there on that motorcycle. Ernie, call me when you get a minute. Love this. And then Adrian said, excited.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Who was that?
For $10.
Oh, thank you, Adrian. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. For the $10. I appreciate that, bro.
Yes, thank you.
Man, thank you. Thank you so much. I really hope you come and train. I really want to train you.
Yeah, we'll do all the info back on the Patreon.
On the Patreon, we'll talk to you on the Patreon. That way, people's got to be on Patreon if they want to learn my craft. And I'll teach you the best I can. Just remember, I can show you, but I can't understand it for you. So just be teachable. That's the main thing. Be teachable. Always be a student. Even I have coaches. Even I have people that teach me. And my coaches, I got a couple of them. I got a boxing coach, a kickboxing coach. I got a jiu-jitsu coach. I got an MMA coach. And a knife fighting coach. I have a lot of coaches. Because, it is my nature to be confrontational.
Yes.
That's why I'm so good at my job, because, like I said, I work in the roughest places, not Disneyland. Them places I work, I've seen people get hurt all the time. I've seen people die just in bouncing, not to mention all the other stuff that I used to do. With that, I don't want to carry on too long because I'm going to have to go to work here soon. But we're going to run out of food. You need to get food. You need to have a source of water. You need to have a way to defend yourself. That's the most important things. You got to get food, man. We are running out of food. You're going to see it's going to be like this zombie apocalypse. I've seen something on there.
Would you retire and be a YouTube creator?
I'll be honest with you. I love YouTube because it's not the mainstream media. And here's that word, but. Anytime you hear me say but, you're going to hear an excuse. I'm addicted to the action, man.
He is.
I love that adrenaline dump when someone's trying to kill me. And then I show them a what for. And, I'm still kicking. Tonight could be my last night. You never know.
Oh, yeah, because he said 1,250 per week. I guess for a YouTube creator.
Yeah. I'm addicted to the action, man. If I'm not in a dangerous situation, I just
L-
don't feel alive.
Less risk, help a lot of people.
Well, I will do everything I can on YouTube. But no, I got to get out there and throw these hands, and I got to practice my craft. It keeps me tuned up. Keeps me tuned up. Keeps my head on a swivel. And I do. I'm one of the few people. I love my job. I think I saw something there.
Yeah. Well, earlier we had a
Okay.
See a Man, is this your third stream? Yes, it's our third live
It's
stream.
our third one. I know I'm kind of slow today. Sorry about that, guys. I just got a lot going on right now. We had a death in the family. So I'm dealing with that. And all I just keep hearing in my head is, y'all, please get food. Please go down and get canned food. Get dry beans. If you get rice, put it in the freezer for 24 hours to kill the bugs that are in it, or they will devastate all your rice.
Yeah, those weevils are terrible.
So, you hear all preppers about buy rice. Well, you're going to get bugs in that rice. You got to freeze that rice for 24 hours to kill the bugs that are in there, or they will eat all your rice up. I learned that the hard way.
Yes, and then what is that gum that we put in it as well?
Spearmint gum.
Spearmint gum in your rice is awesome.
But if you freeze it, put it in a Mylar bag, put a hand warmer in there, seal it up in a 5-gallon bucket. It'll last for 25 years. Do we have 25 years? No, we do not. Is there a question there?
Yes. Couple. Hold on, Adrian said, Rough Rider, all due respect. And then Slow Mo said, do y'all have a whole supply of food?
I plead the fifth on that. Because, I got enough. Which, not really, you'll never have enough. But I got some put back. And I know how to go get. And I know how to forage. And I know how to hunt. And I know how to fish. And you got to practice that. Like, I did a video, but it was too shaky. When I'm out there watering my garden, watering this garden, and I look around, and there's all these wild edibles everywhere that I haven't had to water, worry about bugs, or nothing. And there are wild edibles everywhere, and I'm like, man, why am I doing all this work in this garden when I could just eat all that over there? So you need to learn your wild edibles.
Oh, go ahead. Did you finish your sentence?
Yeah, go ahead, because I got to get to work soon.
We want you alive to survive the whatever, right? Yes.
I'll try my best.
Yes. We want him to survive.
I'll try my best. If I get killed, then I got life insurance. I gotta have someone coming on me, man. I just gotta have that adrenaline. And it keeps me in shape, when I just at the bar just last weekend, wanted to do a guy. He's like, man, if 4 guys jump you, I'm gonna have to call the cops. I was like, no, you're not. And guess what? 4 guys jumped me, and I train wrecked them, but I have techniques. I shine a light in their eyes. I hit them with the mace, and then elbows. And I just wreck those guys, man. I enjoy it. I love it. That's my drug of choice. I'm sorry, guys, but it is. That's my drug of choice.
Hi, Abigail. We love you too.
Hey, Abigail is my number 1 student. Abigail is my number 1 student. So she pulls rank on everybody. When I'm training, if Abigail's there, she's got rank on you. Because she's my number 1 student. She is teachable and she listens. I don't know why men are so much harder to teach, but it is what it is.
Okay. All right. I got to catch up here. All right. I bought a.
Yes, that's a good one.
Oh.
It's a water container thing.
Oh, okay. And then you should have a video crew.
I should, man, but I'm on a budget. You know, I'm on a budget.
And I'm slowly learning.
She's learning. Okay, she's learning. She's doing her best, but I'm on a budget, and I do the best I can with what I have. That's something else. To be a good survivor, learn to use the tools you have at hand. If you don't have the best, whatever, still the weapon don't make the man. The man makes the weapon.
Big up to you, man.
So, whatever you're using for self-defense, you got to practice with it. You could have the best in the whole world. I know guys that'll go down and buy a $300 knife, but yet they won't let me train them. I'm like, hey, man, you need to take one of my knife classes. And they're like, oh, no. I don't understand.
Okay. He meant a video crew for your job as a bouncer.
Man, that would be like rated X. Where I work is rough. And I love it. And of course, I'm head of security. It's hard for me to work somewhere when I got all this experience and I got somebody else telling me how to do my job. When I'm like, dude, how many times you been shot? How many times you been stabbed? How long you been doing this?
That's about anywhere someone telling you how to do your job.
That I don't like that.
No.
I mean, I'll take advice. I am teachable. It's just that I've been there, done that for so long. That's why, it's an evil world out there. It's dangerous. It's getting rough. I mean, really, you need to start fortifying wherever you're at. It's fixing to get really bad. I'm telling you. You need to have food and water so you don't have to leave your house or wherever you're at. And you need to have a plan to where if you have to leave, everybody's got this delusion of, I got a bug out bag. I'm going to run off to... Man, as soon as you bug out, you just become a refugee if you don't have nowhere to go. So bugging out's a last resort. You need to have a bug out bag? Yes. But that still needs to be your last resort, is bugging out. You need to hold what you got.
Yeah, you almost bug out when you don't have any resources left where you're at.
Or a dirty bomb, radiation.
Yeah.
There's certain situations where you may have to bug out.
Oh, Abigail said you're a good teacher.
Thank you, Abigail. You're my number one student. Now, I got to get to work. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry I'm a little, we just had a death in the family. I was supposed to go to the wake, but I wasn't going to let you guys down. So it is what it is. With that, this is the All-American Prepper. Stay ready and have a blessed day.